Got which we have some fun smiles today.
Yes,
Number
we
2,
do.
something to learn. And finally, number 3 is something to discover. So let's go. Hello, welcome back. We're so excited to see you.
Yeah.
So we didn't hear Terrellee's.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
We have to all get in character here.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. So as you can tell, this week we've been talking about our Rodeo Round-Up. And it's been so fun to kind of reminisce about things that, childhoods. I know in
Yes.
our lunchroom gossip,
Yes.
per se, we're talking about all of the fun things that we've been doing as little kids.
Yes.
Going to the rodeos, going mutton
Yes.
busting, and all of those fun memories that we've all had. So exciting to have you here with us today. We have a fun show planned.
Yes, we
Yes.
do.
And so it's a lot of fun. But I couldn't help but kind of notice, these were here yesterday, but look how adorable these little cowboy boots
They are so cute.
Look at the cutest.
Stinking cute.
Aren't they so
Yes.
They are.
I want a pair just to
I
put in my house.
says it's so cute. These are, I think, one of Sherry's little kids.
Oh,
but
so
aren't they
cute.
adorable?
They are.
They are.
Oh, and I
Love 'em.
also love the cute little red. Look at these.
Oh my goodness. She even has
She even has spurs. Look at this. Look how cute these are.
They are.
They are
They-
real leather.
Yeah, and they might
They
fit
are
on.
so
They might fit on
cute.
my arms. I could put my arms in them. But aren't they the cutest?
I love that.
Yes.
They are so cute. Well,
Love
so
those.
adorable. I love them, and so fun. So we've got to make sure we put those back. But what a fun day. Thanks so much for joining me today, Debbie and Terrellee.
Oh,
I'm
so happy to be here.
excited to be here.
Well, we have some really fun smiles, and if I'm in charge of smiles, you know what kind of jokes that we may have, right? You never know what's going to happen, but since you all know me all too well, so all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started with
Okay.
some of our fun smiles for our thing number
Okay.
one.
Good.
Okay, I get to start off. So
Yes,
here
you
we
do.
go. What sweet does a happy cowboy enjoy? Any guesses?
I kind of know, but
Yeah, kind of.
anybody out there know what kind of sweets they like?
Okay, here we go. A Jolly Rancher.
Woo! Yay!
Oh, it's awesome. Okay, all right, Debbie, you're on.
Okay, I'm on. What did the cowgirl say at her second rodeo?
Okay, I think I've said this a couple times this week.
Yeah.
Any answers out there? Anybody got an idea?
Go, Debbie.
Okay, this ain't my first rodeo.
Oh, man.
Funny. Okay,
All right. Why do Canadian cowboys have sticky feet? Maple stirrups.
oh goodness. Boom, 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 right? That
Yeah.
kind of thing. Here we go. Oh, I hope that all of you, look, Marion says Yahoo. So, yeah. We love that so much. All right, we've got some more. What's a cowboy's favorite American state? New York. Oh, cute.
You guys, yeah.
Oh, thanks, Marion, for giving us some smiles, because that definitely helps us, right?
It does.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh, this one's really cute.
It is.
What dinosaur would you find in a rodeo? Does anybody know?
Could you guess?
A bronchosaurus.
I love it. That's great. Look how cute that is.
That is cute.
Adorable.
That's kind of like Cindy's stick. She had a stick dinosaur yesterday that she showed,
awesome.
which is really cute. So,
All right.
Terrellee.
Why did the Cowboys get very little work done? They were too busy horsing around.
Too funny. Too funny. Hopefully you're rolling on the floor laughing, right? Yes. All right. What does it mean if you find a horseshoe? I'm thinking good luck.
I thought good luck.
Okay, well
That's what I think.
yeah,
You guys are wrong.
I know. There's a horse walking around in their socks. Oh goodness, these are great. These are great jokes. I love them. Okay, here we go for another
Okay,
one.
one more at least, a few more. What's a cowboy's least favorite car?
Okay, I love this one. Okay, say it, Debbie.
Let's see. A
Cadillac. Okay, all right.
Okay. What do ghost cowboys wear on their feet?
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Boots.
Oh my goodness. All right. All right. This one is my very favorite and the last one, I think. This is
Yes.
great. What do you call someone who wears cowboy clothes? Ranch dressing.
Yeah!
There you go. Okay. Well, hopefully, I said
We
hopefully
needed a drum roll.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, hopefully some of those jokes made you smile, and hopefully they made you laugh. So
Yes.
it's a rodeo roundup for sure.
That's
For
right.
sure.
All right, well, we're excited to get started. We have a great show today. We'll be heading over to theme number 2, and we're going to show you something really exciting. But
cute.
on the way there, we're going to show you something about one of our favorite things, is that the caterpillar.
3 models to choose from. The Basic is the thinnest, lightest board on the market. It has 10,000 hour rated LEDs. That's 3 hours a day for 10 years. The Premium is the only cordless light board on the market. A 45-minute charge in its internal lithium battery will give 3 to 4 hours of uncorded use on the brightest setting. The Ultra is the biggest and brightest light board on the market, 26 by 19 inches. Tough and useful totes in every size protect your glow at home and on the road. Replacement and speciality ungridded cutting mats will give the light board endless uses, can be used with any cutting tools. The mixed media tempered glass mat opens up the glow's use exponentially. It is impervious to stamps, paints, glues, inks, and even heat. You can iron right on the glass.
Here we are. Debbie, are you
excited?
Okay.
I'm excited to learn this.
Yes, it's really a fun project. Well, most of you already might know something about the Lonestar, especially our friends in Texas, right?
Yes.
But actually, the Lonestar is one of my favorite quilt, and we have some other facts about the Lonestar. But today, we're actually going to do a Lonestar with the QuiltSmart method. So I'm going to just show you how cute we've started this one.
I love the colors.
Isn't that
each chose.
so pretty?
It is so cute.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually walk you through the steps on how to use the QuiltSmart method. It comes pre-printed on an interfacing, so it shows you all of the steps that you need. So all you need to do, and it is right here with you. So here's, and it comes with the instructions. And then inside, it gives you all the colored directions step by step of how to use this. And the thing that I love about it the very most is that your points come out matching.
I love that.
Isn't that awesome?
I love that.
Yes, so it's really fun. So I wanted to share that with you today because it is so exciting.
And it comes with enough stuff in there
To make one.
the whole quilt,
yes.
right?
So the one that I'm doing today is a 38-inch Lonestar quilt. And like I said before, I wanted to show you how it comes. Got these in little steps for us.
That's so fun.
So it actually comes on pre-printed. If you can kind of see, I'm going to turn our Caterpillar light on because then maybe you can see it a little bit better. I love this color Caterpillar just for this reason.
That looks awesome.
Because you're able to see
where you're placing
Yeah,
it.
where you're placing it. So
Wow,
put
that's
that on
cool.
there. Isn't that neat?
Yes.
It's kind of, let's just do one so that you can see it a little bit better. But it comes pre-printed, and all you need to do is rough cut around each piece, and it also tells you where to start. If you start right here, and then one side has the adhesive on.
The little bumpy
The
side?
little bumpy side. And then you also have the solid, or the plain. Now, one thing that I did before because when you turn it over, sometimes it's hard to really see.
Yes.
So the important parts of this you're going to want to see are these little circles and these little arrows.
Okay.
So I took just a little pencil, and I kind of made them a little bit darker so that I could see them a little bit better, because my eyes are not,
I get that.
they're not the best. So, but that's how it comes printed onto the interfacing out of the package. And I've just cut mine all in little pieces. Then on this particular one, you are going to need 4 different colors. Now, on some Lonestars, they have a lot of different colors. But this particular one, we're using 4 different colors. So you get to choose what fabric is your number 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I love that.
So I have put them in order on my mat here to kind of show you how I wanted. This I chose, I wanted to be in my center. So I chose that one. Then I did number 2,
Nice.
number 3, and number 4.
And
It really helped me to keep them in that order.
I like
so
that.
then I won't forget. 4 colors are pretty easy to keep track of.
Yes.
But then sometimes you never know, especially when you're trying to work with it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can also label them if you want to. I'm just going to put them off to the side. Now you will want to get all of your things prepared. So you'll cut out rectangles that are 2.5 by 4.5. And this is perfect for a jelly roll as well. If you have a jelly roll,
that
would
would
work
be
out really
awesome.
good. But it was really fast and quick, and then you'll need a background to go with it. So the first things that we need to do, and yet a good iron
Yes.
is is key.
Yes.
And then I want to have some kind of a cutting surface.
Yes.
And a pressing surface at the same time.
That's nice
So,
having the cutter pillar
yeah.
for that.
So I'm also going to show you, and a pressing sheet.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a must.
Yes, the pressing sheet, whenever you're working with something that is sticky, it works out the best, just so that you don't get all the sticky on your iron. But we do have products to get the sticky off our irons.
Yay.
So, all right, so are you ready to get started?
Yes,
to
I
learn?
can't wait.
Okay,
I'm ready.
Debbie's going to be our sewer, and so I will show how to do this. Now I've started, and I've already put my first row on. So there's my fabric 1, my fabric 2, my fabric 3, and my fabric 4. So then in the subsequent rows, I'm going to start with, in row 2, I'm going to start with fabric number 2, then go 3, 4, and then 1. Okay. Then in the next row, here's your trick question. What number fabric are we going to use?
In row 3, we're going to do 3.
There you go.
Start with 3?
Yeah, so in row 3, we're going to start with 3, 4, 1, 2. This is going to help with our counting skills.
I love that.
And then 4, 3, 2, 1. How's that? All right, so I did the first thing. The thing you want to really be careful when you're working with this is you want to pay attention. Make sure that you've got your sticky side up, the adhesive,
Yes.
because I did one actually, and I pressed it and I stuck it to my wool mat.
Oh, no.
So make sure that your
I've done.
adhesive is up. So that is really an important thing.
I agree with you there.
Yes, and the pressing sheet, Peggy actually did the sample for me that she was not feeling too well. So we hope you get feeling better, Peggy.
Feeling better, Peggy.
Yes. So, all right, so now we're going to work on number 2.
Okay.
So I'm going to get my fabric number 2, and it shows me where to line it up. Now there are some dotted lines that you can't see very well on both sides, and that's where I want to keep my fabric in between there. So I'm going to lay my fabric number 2, making sure that I don't cover up those markings, and then I'm going to use my iron, my little pressing.
So
but
does it matter how far in you go on that
well,
one?
you have to stay in between the dotted lines. There's dotted
Okay.
lines on here.
And
Can
then
you
this
see?
direction?
Yes. So you'll always start here at
Okay.
where it says start.
Okay.
So you'll work your way going this
Okay.
direction, and then it will
Okay.
help you with your rows so that
Okay.
they don't get mixed up.
Okay. But you have to make sure you cover.
Yes.
Get
You
far
just
enough
make
in.
you start here down at the
Okay.
bottom.
That's where.
Okay.
Okay.
And on this first one, you see that it says start. Okay.
Okay.
So then I'm going to
Love
lay
that.
down my pressing sheet, and I want to mention to you that I know some of you have seen this new, well, it's not new, this Oliso iron, and I wanted to show you how.
It's a beautiful
Yes.
color.
Okay. Check out my new Oliso
gorgeous.
iron. This is a new and
Love it.
improved little iron, which I love. The features on this are fabulous. The thing that I really, really like is it comes with a little light right here, so you can
Oh.
actually see what you're
I love
doing
that.
when you're pressing. It gets nice and warm, and it also has steam. But not to mention, look at this cute color. Is this
love the
adorable?
color.
Yeah, it comes in.
Color does
I
it
know.
for me.
Because I said it's all about the color, right?
Yes.
And so this one is a really cute coral one. It auto shuts off, and it's really nice and handy to have by the next to your sewing. So I'm going to lay down.
Hold that for you.
Yeah, I'm just going to lay that on, and I'm going to put my pressing sheet over.
Okay.
And I'm going to feel like Terrellee because I'm doing this left-handed. She will. Okay, so I'm just going to press that down just enough so that I adhere that first piece. Okay.
Okay.
So then I'm going to take my next piece, which is my number 3, because we're going 2, 3, 4, 1,
Okay.
right?
Uh-huh.
And I will lay this. Okay, I'm going to find the little dot, which is
Okay.
right here. And this is why I would probably take another marking pen so that you could see it really good if you had a hard time.
Okay.
So I'm going to lay my fabric, I'm doing this upside down. I'm going to lay right sides together. And I'm going to also line it up with the arrow on the other side.
Okay.
If you can kind of see,
Okay.
kind of hard to tell that. Now, a couple different things you could do. You could actually put a little bit of glue here to
Okay.
hold it on. You could actually pin it.
Okay.
But for me, it worked out just great to just flip it. So I'm going to flip it and hand it to you, Debbie.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
And so, but before I do, I'm just going to show everyone. I'm going to flip it
where
over.
we're gonna sew.
So pretend that this is on our sewing machine. Now I can see that row number 1, I have 2 dots. I'm going to actually sew on that line from dot to dot. So
Okay.
we're going to
I
play
can
dot.
handle
We're going to
that.
play dot to dot.
I love dot to dot.
so
How
if-
hard is that?
Exactly. So if you feel uncomfortable taking it from here, and that's why it's great to have all of your stuff right next to you, which is great. I'm going to just
see.
hand this off to you, and then
I'll
you
be
go ahead
Super careful here.
and you go ahead and sew on the dotted line from dot to dot.
Here we go.
And we are on the Altair 2 today. So you can adjust your speed if you want to. And the nice thing that I love about this is that it also has that auto pivot where the presser foot comes up.
There you go, and I hope I
Perfect.
didn't miss it
I don't think you missed it up at all. All right, so here we have Debbie sewed from this dot to this dot. And so then I'm going to turn it over. So I'll turn it up this way so you can see. So now I'm going to take it back to my iron before I trim it. And I'm going to actually finger press this. And I want to just give it a little bit of steam. So steaming works really, really good too when you're doing this. I just want my seam to be nice and flat. So I'm going to actually just do that, make that seam really, really crisp. Okay, before I do that, now there's some people that that just leave it like this. But for me, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, that's
so
too much
I'm
fabric
actually going
for me.
to, I'm actually going to flip it over, take both pieces, and a tool that I found that was really helpful, and I just discovered this. I can actually use my add a quarter ruler plus and butt up that little lip against there.
Nice.
And now I'm just going to take it right on my cutter mat that now I can cut right on it. Look how convenient that is.
I love that.
And I'm going to trim.
I'm excited.
I'm going to trim that off. So this is waste, or if you like to keep it, you can also sew these cute things together and have something mini. So this is available on our website. It's a great tool. I use it a lot. So then I'll take it and bring it back over. So then I've got my nice 1/4 inch seam right here. I'm going to flip that back over. I've already pressed it, so it's really nice and crisp.
It looks
Now
good.
I'm going to press it down. So I'm going to put my pressing sheet over the top of it, and my handy dandy. I'm just going to.
Magic.
Yes, it is magic.
Magic.
Okay. This pressing sheet is
Gypsy.
a Gypsy quilter, and we will also have this available tonight, or it will be in our new releases. So this is, I
Yes.
love this pressing sheet because it rolls up and it has a nice little container that you can keep it in. Mine looks pretty ragged because I've had mine and I use it a lot. All right, so now I've got my 2 and my 3. So what number is next? 4. Good job, Terrellee. She's got it.
Terrellee.
Okay, so I'm going to take my piece number 4, and I'm going to line it up, find my little circle, which is right here, and my arrow is right there. I'm going to lace right sides together, and then I will hand it over to Debbie, and Debbie will sew my holding.
Carefully.
So I'm handing it over to Debbie, and she's going to sew from the dot to the dot. on the
The
diagonal.
dot to the dot.
Dot to dot.
It makes it so simple.
Yeah. So I mean, you just keep
like a
keep doing the
no-brainer.
same, right? So you just keep repeating the process until you've covered your whole piece.
That was fun.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Should we do one more?
Yes.
And then
Let's do it.
I magically have one that's already done. So now I'm going to take it over to my cutting side, use my add a quarter ruler.
I really like that. I always think,
This
I
is-
just need my other ruler, but I can
Yeah,
see where that
this works really,
really
nice.
is nice.
So I'm going to cut it. I'll bring it back to, I'm going to just kind of finger press this because I really want it to stay down, and I want to make sure that when I take it and press it again, that I'm in between the two dotted lines that are going this way. The reason why we want to keep it between the dotted lines is you'll see in just a moment. So I'm going to put my pressing sheet down.
It's magic.
I know, and then I love this iron. I do have one of the older versions, and it's a nice iron, but man, I'm in love with this one.
It's so cute.
Yes,
I love
it
the
is so.
colors.
I love the colors, and maybe that's what it is. But it's very easy to use, and I love how there's a little end here that you can actually. On my other little one, you couldn't really leave it up like this.
Okay.
But you can actually leave it up
Because
like this.
sometimes I automatically
Right,
do that.
right. So, okay, and I am ironing on this tempered glass, which also helps in making my seams really nice and flat, which is really good. And I'm also using the gridless cutting mat because I didn't want to compete with the grids on it.
Yes.
And so I love this. So
That's so
my
nice.
whole system is just right here, and it works out wonderful.
I love the Caterpillar.
So
It's
then my
amazing.
next one, all I need to do is there's 2, 3, 4, and now I'm back to 1.
Yay.
Right sides together.
Good job.
Find my dots and my arrow. Then I'm going to hand it off to you.
And I have to be so careful.
So one thing I do want to mention is that the interfacing it does tear easily. I mean, it's not very stiff.
I wanna
So
make sure.
if you really get rough with it, then it will tear. And the reason why I know that is because I did that. I really pressed it down really hard, and then I went to try and remove it a little bit, and
it tore.
It just tore. So be really careful because your fabric and the interfacing are completely two different weights.
Well, it sounds
and
like it sticks well
yeah,
then,
it does.
too.
It really does.
If
It
it
sticks.
tears when you pull
yeah,
it off,
sticks
which is nice.
great. So then I'm going to finger press, and this is where if you get your nails done, this is a great thing. You can use a pressing tool. I'm just going to do a real quick press right there. Now I'm going to take it and I'll pull it away. Now you have to also be really careful that you don't cut your interfacing
Yes.
either.
Yeah.
So that would
That's
be
where
a
that
sad,
add a quarter ruler
which
helps
is really
so
nice.
much.
It stays really close.
Well, I love this design.
Isn't this so fun?
It is so cute.
I was just so excited when I worked with this because it really, really works up fast. Of course, I'm stopping, and I'll lay that out.
Well, I was telling you earlier that I tried making one once and I cut it the wrong direction. And I'm
Oh.
like, you can't go wrong with this.
Yes.
It
well,
does it for you.
yeah. Heat. Okay, William, that's a good question. Does heat go through the glass mat? Well, guess what?
Let's fill it.
Let's fill it.
Is it hot under there?
It's heavy. You know what? I don't. It might be just a titch warm, but it doesn't go at all. So
That's
I
awesome.
said it really keeps it nice. But look how beautiful and
Perfect.
how those seams lay. And I love this being able to press on this mat.
Yes.
This is a game changer. So that's all you have to do as far as preparing your diamonds. So I've got my row 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I am, voila,
Look
I
how
have
magic.
it, there it is done. And so now what we do next is now all we have to do is fold it like this. And the dotted line will be up along the top, and then you've got lines here. You're going to sew along the inch. Well, there is a line that's on here. So sew along the line.
Okay.
It's a solid
I
line.
can follow a line.
Okay. Yes. So now she's going to just sew a straight line, and we're going to sew all of the rows together. Isn't that so easy?
So simple.
Yes. Janine, isn't this so awesome, though? You don't have to cut out diamonds. You are just cutting out rectangles.
So I just need to stop at where the
Yes.
the line stops, right?
Yep.
Okay, we'll cut it right there then. There
So
you
then
go.
you'll see how
Oh my goodness.
we'll take it and we'll
Look how amazing.
open. Look how cool this is. I'm going to press
So
this so you
amazing.
can see that it,
Everything's perfect.
yeah, all of your corners are just perfect. Isn't that neat? Isn't that cool how that works?
Yes.
And it was really kind of like it was a no stress.
Yeah.
And so I'm always worried that my seams are not going to match. And so I'm so funny when I'm sewing is that I have to make sure that my seams match. And so then I get mad, and we don't want to do that either. And another question, no, the interfacing does not add bulk to it at all.
Super
That's why
thin.
it's pretty thin.
It
So
is.
it actually aids as a help to you so that your seams lay even flatter and they look really nice. So then we'll just continue sewing rows 3 and rows 4, and then you will come up with, I want to make sure I've got my other, then you'll have your one that's completed right here. Okay, and that's all there is to it.
beautiful.
Yes, so you will
It's
be
so
doing
beautiful.
8, you'll be doing 8.
8.
Now one thing that I loved about this too is if you're really worried about color and you love to color, QuiltSmart actually on their website
Oh,
has a sheet that you can print out.
love that.
And so you can actually color and decide how you want it to be laid out. And then I put my fabric numbers on here, so then I would remember what my fabric numbers were.
Oh, that's
so,
awesome.
So this way you can color it. However, of course, I did not have the colors of my fabric, so they don't really match. But it sure was fun coloring. I really enjoyed it. So that's
So
another
cute.
thing that's really awesome about this. So now that I have my diamond all done, now I'm going to add my background to it. So you cut these in a square, and then you cut them on the diagonal.
Oh,
so you're going
that's
to
easy.
do like a 13.5 inch square and a 9.5 inch square. Then I'm going to cut it on the diagonal to get it to here. Now I've pinned these in place so that I can show you. So first, there's a bigger square, and then there's a smaller square. So on the smaller square, you're going to want to make sure that I always, when I'm putting setting triangles in, that's kind of like a setting triangle, I always like to mark my center. So I will mark my center of my triangle, and I will mark the center of my diamond. So I will just fold it and then just do a little pinch. So then I know where, and I will then put my middles together.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
then I will sew. You will have some dog ears to work with, but then you just take it to your machine and you sew a 1/4 inch along there.
Okay,
So do you want to
Okay.
do that for me?
sure.
And then once we
So the smaller one goes,
yes, now this is another thing that you want to make sure that once you get all of your diamonds, this is what I would suggest that you do.
okay.
Is once you have all of your diamonds, lay it out on either your, if you have a wall, what do they call them? A design wall. A design wall or the floor or somewhere where you can lay out all of your diamonds, because there are right and wrong ways to do this.
Okay.
Because of just the way it is. I would lay it all out so that you know that the small one will go to the right. And the big one will go to the right, because you'll do 4 of each.
Okay.
So that's one of the
Okay.
trickiest part of the patterns.
Okay.
So-
This one is kind of more the corner. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So this part, let me get my big.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is the small. This is where the small diamonds or triangles go here, or in between here. Your larger will go in your corners.
Okay.
Okay. So you know that you're going to have to. There will be 4 that you'll have to do one way and 4 the other way.
Okay.
So once you've done that, then you can go ahead and press. I like to set my seam. And then press it open. Man, Terrellee, how do you do this being left-handed? I'm sure you get used to it, right?
Oh, yes.
All right, so then once I've done my little one on the right, then I'll do the big one on the left. And I'll follow the same steps that I did. And I had to look at the picture so that I made sure that I did it right. You'll have a little dog ear. You can actually cut those off if you want. Then you will sew the other rectangle on the other direction.
Okay.
So, and that's how easy it is to construct.
That is super easy.
And it worked out really fast. I mean, even though I had some steps ready to go, it still worked out really, really quick. We're working home on the range, right?
Home
Should we
on the
say-
range.
Well, try and
Well, I'm sure the pioneer and the range women did
Well,
quilts, right?
yeah, oh, they did all of the time. So, yes,
So yeah, that's part of
yeah.
the heritage.
Yeah, so I love this QuiltSmart method. It's so much easier, and I just love it when my
So much easier
when
than
my
home on the
seams.
range.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and set my seam, and then I will open it and press it. Now,
I love it.
on here, you could actually press your seams open if you felt like you wanted to press them so that there's not a whole lot of bulk here. So you could definitely open up your seams if you wanted to. But this is what you will
love it.
be making.
So
Isn't that
pretty.
fun? So then I will add this. I would be laying all my stuff all over the place. I'm in tight quarters here. So then I would line this up, and then I would sew that piece right onto. Now, I would
beautiful.
suggest that you do halvesies. So do all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do all of those 4 together. Do your bottom 4 together, and then sew your very last one as your middle piece.
That's awesome.
And
That's
I
great.
definitely think it would be good to open up your seams as well. But that's all there's to it. All right, so yes, so we actually have made, we have all of these. I know we have the pressing sheets. We'll have the irons. We'll have the pattern, the QuiltSmart pattern in a 38-inch. And we will have some kits actually.
fabric kits, yes.
So this kit actually will be available. This is the fall quilt kit. And we thought how fun it would be to do a Christmas one.
Yes.
So I'll show you
Love
the
that.
fun, cute fabrics that if you wanted to do a Christmas one.
I want to get one of each.
Kind of looks miniature. I'm going to move those so that because Christmas
They're
and fall,
so
they don't,
pretty.
but look how pretty.
I love that.
So this one you would choose 4. Our kit comes with the binding. So you can choose one of them as the binding, and then you'll use 4 of the others, and then your background. Look how cute that polka dot. So you can shop all of our things that we have talked about today on our new release. So we've got the 2 kits, we've got the pressing sheet, we've got the irons, and I'm trying to think, what else was it we had? We have a lot of fun things.
We have a lot of fun things.
Yeah, and the pattern as well.
Yes.
You'll want to grab.
Yep.
You'll want to grab the pattern, and both of the kits for sure.
Yes. And we'll
So,
show them at Comment Soul tonight
so
too.
fun. Well, we want to keep the Lonestar going, the
Yes.
theme going. So
Yes.
we're going to be joining Terrellee back at the couch for talking a little bit more about this. But before we do, we need these are just some things that from the week that you don't want to miss. So
Yes.
Go to bed at 10 and keep your room clean. Make your bed.
Exactly.
Hey, did you miss any of our 3 at 3 shows last week?
Don't worry, we've got you, and they are waiting for you on Facebook and YouTube.
Last week was all about our furry friends and those that need a home.
We also created new projects that you can share with your pets, your friends, your family, or donate to your local shelter.
Just follow the links below to catch up on all the fun we had.
Oh, wow! Yeah! And if you haven't discovered 3 at 3 yet, it's a show that covers everything quilting and sewing and your creative lifestyle.
Remember, 3 at 3 is live Monday through Thursday at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, where we always have something to make you smile
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
Let's go.
all right, we're back. Was that a fun project?
Oh my gosh, you know, when I looked at it, it's overwhelming, but then you start learning the thing, I'm going to do it.
Oh, I am
As
too.
long as you keep with the same steps and you keep doing that, then you're bound to have success.
Oh,
Yes.
And it turns out absolutely beautiful.
it is beautiful.
It is.
So
Beautiful.
I'm ready to make a whole bunch of them actually,
Yes.
just because it was so easy. So I loved it.
Yes.
So so it's really fun, and it is one of mine. And Debbie, you were talking a little bit earlier about the Lonestar. You did some reading up on the Lonestar.
I
didn't
did
you?
a little bit of reading.
Yes, so
definitely.
tell us a little bit about the Lonestar.
The Lonestar, I'll have to do a reading, but it actually was named after the Lone Star State, Texas.
Good old
all of our
Texas.
Texas
Good old Texas.
friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's one of the oldest and most recognizable quilts out there.
Wow.
And so,
Wow,
yes.
so it has been around for a long time, hasn't it?
Yes.
We have some really cool pictures that we wanted to show you of some that were done like vintage. They're vintage.
Oh,
and look how
beautiful.
beautiful the colors are.
Oh, that
How
is.
Isn't that just gorgeous?
Oh my
Yes.
Now that
goodness.
one almost looks like they've done one different color on each row, huh?
Yes.
So isn't that beautiful?
Oh, I
It
love
is
it.
very.
Yeah. And here's another one
Oh, wow.
That's beautiful.
that's on a little smaller scale.
Whew.
And I believe some of these were like dated like early 1900s. So it's been around for a long, long time. Aren't they beautiful?
Oh, amazing.
They are.
And it also is really nice because you can actually, like I said before, use a jelly roll.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to have some different variety, it would be really fun too. But it's really fun. So Marion, even though you live in Arizona, I'm pretty sure you're a Texan through and through, right? So I think it's great. So I think that the QuiltSmart way is the best way to go.
Oh.
The best.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely. So
I
it's
cannot
really good.
imagine being a pioneer and hand sewing
Can you imagine
each of
doing
those.
And then
No.
quilting it
Yeah.
after.
And then quilting it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
It would be
bless their heart.
really hard
Yes.
for
Yeah.
sure. So,
Yes.
but anyway, it sure is a lot of fun. So, any other fun facts, Debbie, that you have for us?
It said historically these quilts were made by the colonial American women as part of their wedding trousseau.
Oh,
So
Well,
I'm getting
okay.
married, I'm getting me a Lonestar.
yeah, yeah. But I'm sure they didn't have the QuiltSmart interfacing to do theirs.
No, they
so They
didn't.
probably cut all of the diamonds
Oh,
Oh, yes.
by hand and sewed it by hand.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Yeah, it's so
Definitely.
fun. So Anne Marie has a question. What comes in the kit? It comes the fabric that you need for the front and your binding. So, and so that's what will come in the kit, but you'll need to purchase the pattern separately. So that will be available. Speaking of tonight, you know, don't forget, we do have comments sold tonight.
We do.
And so we will have that available. I believe that the products that we talked about today are available now, and then we will talk about them again tonight.
Yes.
So fun.
Yes. Can't wait.
So the QuiltSmart, it gives you all the cutting directions for those corner blocks and everything.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yep, it's perfect.
No math.
And no math, no math, and the instructions are in color, so it's really nice. So it will be great. So I think I'm hooked. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed us being together today when learning a little bit more about the QuiltSmart Lonestar block.
Yes.
Yes.
And hope that you become inspired. We really appreciate you being with us today. And don't forget, we have comments sold tonight at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time, where we have lots of fun things. Debbie has a great show for us tonight. And don't forget to share and like our show. If you loved what you saw, share it with your friends. And we'd love to have them join us as well. And hopefully we'll see you back again. And it has been so fun and a pleasure to be with all of you today. So you have a wonderful day.